6 years ago, when I became acquainted with the works of Friedrich Nietzsche, I had already developed ideas similar to his. Independently of him and through different paths, I arrived at views that align with what Nietzsche expressed in his writings. Zarathustra, Beyond Good and Evil, On the Genealogy of Morality, and Twilight of the Idols. Already in my small book, Epistemology of the Goethean Worldview, published in 1886, the same spirit is expressed as in Nietzsche's aforementioned works. This is why I felt compelled to paint a picture of Nietzsche's intellectual and emotional life. I believe that such a picture will most closely resemble Nietzsche if it is created in accordance with his last mentioned writings. This is what I have done. Nietzsche's earlier writings show him as a seeker. In them, he presents himself as tirelessly striving upwards. In his later writings, we see him having reached a summit of a height appropriate to his unique spiritual nature. The ultimate goal of Nietzsche's work is the depiction of the Superman type. To characterize this type, I have considered one of the main tasks of my writing. My image of the Superman has become the exact opposite of the distorted image created in the currently most widely read book about Nietzsche by Mrs. Lou Andreas Salome. Nothing more contrary to the Nietzschean spirit can be put into the world than the mystical monstrosity that Mrs. Salome has made of the Superman. My book shows that there is nowhere even the slightest trace of mysticism to be found in Nietzsche's ideas. I have not engaged in refuting Mrs. Salome's view that Nietzsche's thoughts in Human, All Too Human were influenced by the elaborations of Paul Ray, the author of Psychological Observations and the Origin of Moral Sentiments, etc. A mind as mediocre as Paul Ray could not have made a significant impression on Nietzsche. I would not touch upon these things here either, if Mrs. Salome's book had not contributed so much to spreading truly repulsive views about Nietzsche. Fritz Kogel, the excellent editor of Nietzsche's works, gave this monstrosity its due in the Magazin für Literatur. I cannot conclude this short preface without heartily thanking Mrs. Förster Nietzsche, Nietzsche's sister, for the many kindnesses I have received from her during the time my work was being created. I owe the atmosphere from which the following thoughts were written to the hours spent in the Nietzsche archive in Naumburg, Weimar, April 1895. Rudolf Steiner, Nietzsche's works,